Good evening, guys, and welcome to Storyteller's Corner for Tuesday, the 18th of August. And thank you for joining me. Now, we're going back to our coffee shop romance now to visit Daniel and Emma, the corner table, and it's chapter 23, The Wedding Book. So let's read on and find out all about the wedding book. The morning after the proposal, Emma woke up before sunrise. For a long moment she simply stared at her left hand. The sapphire caught the early light spilling through the bedroom window. She smiled. It wasn't a dream. Downstairs the smell of fresh coffee drifted through the apartment. Above Whitmore books and coffee, Daniel was already in the kitchen. I wasn't sure whether to make breakfast first or admire the ring again. Emma laughed. I've been doing exactly the same thing. He kissed her forehead. Good morning, fiancé. She grinned. I like that. So do I. News travelled through the town faster than the morning papers. By the time they had opened the shop, someone had tied white ribbon around the front door. A chalkboard outside read, Congratulations, Daniel and Emma. Oliver stood beside it looking suspiciously innocent. I definitely didn't spend an hour drawing those hearts. Maria folded her arms. No, you spent 2 hours. Everyone laughed. Customers entered carrying flowers, handwritten cards and warm embraces. Mrs. Edith insisted Emma needed at least 6 wedding planning notebooks. Arthur declared he would only attend if there was good cakes on offer. Tom volunteered to move chairs because someone had to do the heavy lifting. The shop felt less like a business that day and more like a family home. That afternoon, Henry Whitmore arrived carrying something wrapped in brown paper. I'd been saving this. He carefully placed it on the corner table. Emma gently unwrapped it. Inside was a beautiful leather-bound book. Its pages were thick and cream-coloured. The cover was embossed with a small coffee cup beside an open book. What is it? Daniel asked. Henry smiled. My parents called it the wedding book. Emma looked up. It belonged to them? He nodded. They kept it on the counter of the old shop. Danny carefully opened it. Inside were handwritten messages spanning decades. One page read, We met over coffee 50 years later. I'm still grateful. I have asked if the seat was free. Another read, Love grows quietly when kindness stays loud. Emma brushed her fingers across the ink. It's beautiful. Henry smiled. My mother had a tradition. What was it? Every couple who celebrated something important in the shop wrote a message. Daniel looked around. Then, perhaps. He smiled. It's time to continue the tradition. Henry's eyes glistened. I was hoping you'd say that. That evening, after closing, Daniel and Emma sat at the corner table with the old book open between them. The cafe was quiet. Rain tapped softly against the window, just as it had on the day they first met. Emma laughed. Listen. Daniel smiled. The rain came back. Maybe it wanted to witness another chapter. He dipped his pen into ink. What should we write? Emma thought for a moment, then she began. Together they wrote, Once upon a rainy Saturday, an empty chair became the beginning of our forever. If you're reading this someday, maybe you'll never be afraid to sit beside someone new. Kindness is a remarkable way of changing lives. They signed their names beneath the message. Daniel Harper, Emma Collins, soon to become one family. Before putting the book away, Emma noticed several blank pages near the back. So many empty pages. Daniel smiled. Good. She looked at him. Why good? Because this shop still has plenty of stories left to collect. She closed the book gently. I hope one day a young couple read ours. Daniel reached across the table and realised that one conversation Emma finished his finished with a smile, can change an entire life. Later that night they stepped outside. The rain had stopped. The cobbled street shimmered beneath the street lights. Emma slipped her arm through Daniel's. Have you thought about the wedding? Every hour. She laughed. I have too. What kind do you want? Emma looked towards the shop window glowing warmly behind them. Not a grand cathedral, not hundreds of strangers, she smiled. I want somewhere that feels like home. Daniel looked at Whitmore Books and Coffee, the restored sign. The corner table visible through the window. The place where dreams have become real. He smiled. I think I know exactly where. Emma looked at him knowingly. The bookshop? The bookshop. She rested her head against his shoulder. Perfect. As they stood beneath the quiet night sky, neither realised someone was watching from across the square. Margaret smiled to herself before quietly heading home. Some people measured success by money, others by fame, but Margaret had learned a different lesson. The greatest success in life is watching love find a place to call home. And inside Whitmore Books and Coffee, another blank page was already waiting for the next beautiful chapter. There we go, guys. So, the wedding is being planned. So we wish them good luck. And join me tomorrow, guys, for chapter 24, The Dress and the Promise. The Dress and the Promise. So join me for that tomorrow evening, guys. But before that, we're going to see our other lovely couple, James and Maria, who are recently newlyweds. And it's chapter 32 in Letters Across the Sea. The first letter as husband and wife. So join me for that, guys, tomorrow morning, Wednesday. Then we'll go back to the coffee shop to see how Daniel and Emma are getting on with their wedding plans and preparations. So here we go, guys. Have a lovely evening, guys, and thank you for joining me in Storyteller's Corner for Tuesday, the 18th of August. Good night.